For life.
Yeah. Bullet cast. What's going on? Stacy. This elite podcast in here. Ain't nobody better. Look. Yeah. Listen to us every time we live in the side. When you turn it on, it's just defining the mind. If you feel it, our opinions is great. When everything we moving now in the state, turn us on. If the feeling is right, every opinion now comes from the heart. No time we move with a part. We on the radio, it's wrestling. Time's aggression. Here is the feeling in the prove. Get the lesson. And if you want to prove it to you now, here's the feeling in the time and everything that we did. Listen to the senators connecting it. Moving on everything that's pronounced.
Going on, ladies and gentlemen, you know who I am. I am the industry leader, the microphone messiah, Podcasto, the Podchutech, all the names in between. Phillip Antoine here, your current reigning and forever Bulletcast Universal Heritage, or Bulletcast Heritage Universal Champion. There we go. That's it. That's the name of the championship. Bryan Tronic is not here. He may show up at the end of the program. We don't know. But Brandon Tanguma, he's here.
Yes, I am here. You know, Mr. No Days Off. I am here, not in the flesh, electronically in the flesh. And see, Phillip, you're still a champion. There's too many names. There's so many names you can't even remember them all.
Well, you know, when you've been at this as long as I have, it kind of just all runs together. You know they call me the Tom Brady of podcast. You know that, right?
You got 7 rings.
I mean, I've racked up quite a few championships over the years. You know what I'm saying? I got some plaques. I got some trophies. I got some medals. Yeah, I'm kind of a big deal out here in these streets.
Okay, nice. Shout out Bryan. Maybe he'll show up. Maybe he won't. You know, he's got daddy duties to do.
Yes. He has another one on the way. All right, we are going to get into it all. Vince McMahon did his daddy duties because Shane McMahon is no longer with WWE. I mean, Shane pops up at the Rumble. You know that he was the only real surprise of the Rumble. And yeah, apparently he was trying to rewrite the whole Rumble, the whole match and whatever. Guess he got on some people's nerves, and now he's no longer with the company, which is very interesting.
Yeah, this is a wild story. Shane McMahon, even years ago, 10, 15 years ago, he was trying to get a little more creative power, and word on the street was Shane did not have any good ideas really when it came to creative. And then I guess he's been kind of doing, the Royal Rumble. He's been like a producer these past couple of years. And especially like the men's Rumble, it seems like that was really just an absolute cluster. Like there's changes. And as you said, Shane was just being super difficult, and he was pulling like the McMahon card and be like, I'm a McMahon. I know what we're doing. So we're going to do this. And it was like wrestlers coming out and they didn't even know like exactly what they were doing. And as we said, like in the Rumble recap, which you guys should definitely go check out, is like the match was just there. It didn't feel like there was any real structure to it. Shane apparently hasn't been watching the product or knew too much of the product. So like, the Mysterio stuff, they were building Ray and Dominic doing something at the Rumble together, whether they're working together or, one of them turned on the other. That nothing ever happened. They were never in the ring together. And Shane was at the very end, and good for Shane. He was able to put over Brock Lesnar. He was the one who, Brock Lesnar eliminated. And then, he goes head to head with Riddle and Otis, I think, and some like other of like the top, legitimate guys. And we've talked about Shane. I'm not, when he first came back, it was fun, and I've been kind of tired of him since. And it seemed as though he was supposed to have some sort of match with Seth Rollins at WrestleMania, which that would have been very interesting. But yeah, it looks like everything is just out the window, and it seemed like this was been bubbling for a while, and Saturday at the Rumble was the last straw.
Hey, man, look, the Drip God versus the OG King of Sneaks in WWE, I would have been there for it. Look, I listened to Chibi with Peter Rosenberg. Rosenberg, he was there, and he said he saw nothing of the sort. He saw Shane briefly, like on one of the carts or whatever, and stuff like that. And he talked about how Booker said that the boys always loved Shane because Shane he did pull the McMahon card. He was always one of the boys. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe the stuff with Nick Khan got Shane fed up, so he tried to take a affirmative action. And I don't know, man. But speaking of producers, I have the list of producers that apparently produced each match at the Royal Rumble. Shout out Fightful Select, Sean Ross Sapp, great guy. So apparently Michael Hayes and Petey Williams produced the Universal title match. Finley, Shane Helms, Molly Holly, Pat Buck, and Michael Hayes produced the Women's Rumble. Pat Buck and Sean Daivari produced the Raw Women's title match. You have Michael Hayes and Jason Jordan, remember him? They produced the WWE title match. And then you have Adam Pearce and Kenny Dykstra as a producer? Kenny, I didn't know that. Kenny Dykstra produced the Edge, Beth Phoenix, Miz, and Maurice match, and then apparently Abyss, great interview. Jamie Noble, Sean Daivari, and Adam Pearce produced the Men's Rumble match. All right, yeah. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, nothing surprising. All the different producers doing the matches, and yeah, well, a lot of names for the past. Shane, as I said, I don't know why. It was probably just Vince doing his son a solid. And the Rumble, I don't think it goes understated enough, like how complicated it is to competently book a Royal Rumble. There's 30 people. Everybody needs to know who they're eliminating, when, and who's eliminating whom, and there's so many different moving parts. So
you know
what?
We should book a Royal Rumble.
It's gonna be
next
worse,
year.
It's gonna be worse than a Saturday.
Next year, we are booking a Royal Rumble match. I think I picked 10. You picked 10. Bryan picks 10. Oh yeah. Spoiler alert, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be booking an Elimination Chamber match. So stay tuned for that podcast.
Shane McMahon was supposed to be in the Elimination Chamber match.
Oh, I'm putting Shane in the chamber. He's doing some crazy spot. You already know.
He's going to coast off one of the pods.
Absolutely.
Look at that. We're already booking it. Booking the damn territory already.
We should start a promotion.
I mean, I already got my promotion, on the CMT network.
I mean, Bulletcast Championship Wrestling is coming, brother.
The All Lives Matter promotion.
Okay, we didn't have to go there. Speaking of controversial topics, Nia Jax, I guess it's officially come out that she was not vaccinated, hence her being released by WWE. She was on oral sessions or the sessions with Renee Paquette, formerly Renee Young, and what's her real name? Lena
for not Ferrari. It's like for
is that the shoot? Lena's the shoot name, yeah. So she was on there, and they talked about obviously the Becky spot and her getting her release, and apparently apparently Vince pulled her aside. Was like, hey, you cannot fulfill contractual obligations because you were not vaccinated, so you're gonna have to do something about that. And then she went on her mental health break, and then she gets the call from Johnny Ace saying, "Oh, we're no longer gonna need you," and stuff like that. What are your thoughts?
Well, this has been out kind of for a while, and she just confirmed it, and she kind of said that the later stages, the later cuts that kind of happened after her, she kind of saw that there were some people that were unvaccinated as well. Didn't name any names, and we're coming up on year 2 at this point, and both of us have made our opinions known about the vaccine, and at this point, I'm just tired about talking about it.
Yeah, like I got boosted the other day.
Boosted.
It's not that hard, people. It's not. Maybe they're afraid of needles. Do you think that's it?
Maybe.
That's a possibility. All right, so I really want Tronic to be here for this, but let's go outside of the ring. Let's talk the AEW rap album. Oh my god, I can't believe this is actually going to be a thing.
Yo.
Yeah, they've released the set list, so it's a happy Black Excellence Month, by the way.
Thank you. Happy Black Excellence Month as well.
Yes. Who is your favorite figure in Black history?
Well, there's just so many. I go the sports route. I love myself some Ricky Henderson. Shout out Ricky. Oakland, town business. One of the greatest ball players of all time. Dwayne Wade. Love Dwayne Wade. He's my boy. But if we're going history, it's Phillip Antoine, of course.
Of course, I'm a great public figure in Black history. I mean, look what I've done with podcasting. I mean, I've gotten a couple people world championships. Hey, AJ Styles he's going to go in the Hall of Fame just because I met him. Yeah, I mean, this is what I do. This is what I do. I've changed the game forever. But it's called AEW Who We Are, and they have Bootsy Collins on the intro. Do you know who Bootsy Collins is?
I know Lil Bootsy.
I'm sure you've heard like "I'd Rather Be With You." Ooh, yeah, it's a classic song. I'm like, okay, they have Bootsy Collins on here, and then I'm looking at the rest. Obviously, you'll have like Max Caster on here, Jade Cargill. She has a song on here. Sunny Kiss, Nyla Rose, Lee Moriarty, but Akira Hogan. But the one that really stuck out to me was Graham from the Public Enemies podcast. You know, that's where Bryan was originally from. So it's kind of nice to see like the Bay getting a shine in a way on this project that AEW is doing.
Get the Will Hobbs story. Look at that.
You see, the track list for Who We Are is Celebration of Excellence, Volume 1. So it's going to be 21 tracks. I'm interested to see how this plays out. You know, now I've given AEW grief because of the lack of the promotion of black talent and the way they've been booked, but this could be a step in the right direction. Hopefully, with the way that black talent is presented within the company.
February 18th. So in 2 weeks, whatever it is, February.
It's a Friday.
Well, I know it's a Friday, but whatever episode that would be after. So February 24th, review coming soon. Everybody.
Oh yeah, we will review this galore. All right, moving on from that, Bryan Kendrick controversy. So Bryan Kendrick was let go from WWE, and then it was announced yesterday morning that he would face Jon Moxley on Dynamite. Then about 2 hours later or something like that, Tony Khan came out and said, we will review the topic of the things that Bryan Kendrick said. We don't agree with anything that he said. He's off the card tonight. So why don't you elaborate about the things that Mr. Kendrick said?
Bryan Kendrick is a well-known conspiracy theorist. And so, sometimes people think of conspiracy theories, it's like fun things like the moon landing was fake or, the JFK stuff. And, some people will say things that they don't actually believe. It's just kind of a fun little rabbit hole to go down to. But then there's
before we get to Bryan Kendrick, what are your thoughts on the Kennedy assassination?
It's interesting. I would like to believe that everything is at face value, but I've seen so many things that, the angle and the gun and everything, it was just had to be the absolute perfect shot.
Do you believe there was a second gunman? I believe there was a second gunman, but I believe Oswald got the shot that killed Kennedy. He got the headshot.
But I've seen so many things that even the most skilled marksman could barely even hit that shot, let alone, on his first try. Just doing it at such
Oswald, he fired 3, and you have to remember Kennedy gets shot, in the shoulder, which goes through him and hits the governor above in front of him.
It's also a moving target.
Yes, and then he also gets shot in the throat, and then boom, the headshot. I believe Oswald got the headshot.
I also did see something about people will say that the photo with the gun is fake. That is a real photo. So I've seen a Vox documentary about that.
I've been to the Texas Book Depository. I know I've driven down the road. X literally marks the spot where the headshot happened. It's crazy, right?
They haven't marked where it happened.
Yeah, they literally have an X right on the street, right where the headshot happened. Dallas is wild, boy. We going to Dallas for WrestleMania? We going to the Big D for WrestleMania?
Once again, someone has to be able to. You and Bryan can go. I gotta be there to see the.
I mean, he has a baby. He has a baby on the way, so it would have to be you and I.
Oh well, Bryan said he wants to go, so we'll have to. Maybe Bryan will definitely show up because Bryan has never been late ever before in his entire life, so he will definitely be here on time. By the time this podcast is over, we can discuss it.
Absolutely. Back to the Bryan Kendrick controversy, though. He said something about the Sandy Hook shooting. That's coming up on 10 years, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he said some anti-Semitic things. He went after the Sandy Hook shooting. He went over the Holocaust isn't a real thing and all these other things.
Oh, he said that?
Yeah, he went all in, buddy.
Oh man. But see, Bryan Kendrick, he was one of my favorite tag wrestlers. Now I have to rethink some things. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's one of those things that we see a lot, which people have their own opinions about that. These things happened years ago, and they uncover them at just at the right time when someone's going to be doing something. But what he said, not good. Shouldn't be saying that. And his apology has not gone over well. He apologized on Twitter, and he said those aren't his views, even though he said it, and he made it seem like he believed those views. So
this man really said that mass genocide wasn't real, that the Holocaust wasn't real. What?
Yeah, well, he's not the only person out there who says those things.
I mean, he must have been smoking something.
There was during a shoot interview with him and Paul London where they were high. Well, one of them where he said these things.
Yo, look, he was smoking something that was not jazz cabbage. I don't know. I have no idea. All right, so the 90 days are up for certain talent who were released on the November 4th release, I believe. Like Karrion Kross, Scarlett Bordeaux, Keith Lee, Mia Yim. Even Keith Lee said that he's free and he's ready to take on the world. So we know Karrion Kross is gonna be doing stuff WrestleMania weekend with WrestleCade, I believe. Where do you want to see that other batch of talent go? Actually, pull up that list, that November 4th release. Let's see. Let's remember who that batch of talent was, and let's see where we think that they're gonna go. Yes. Yes.
Well, it's so hard to find some. Let's see. This is
what?
18 wrestlers were released from them. Of course, I typed in November 4th WWE releases, and then there's just too many releases. It brings me to another thing. So here we go. So this is Karrion Kross, the Nia Jax. So watch out. She did say that she's open to wrestling, but I think she's kind of not going to do it right away. Let's see. Okay. Grand Metalik, Lindsay Dorado. So, some luchadors, maybe. See, I mean, AEW, yeah. I mean, I think New Japan would be a great place for them if they would like to go there. Mia Yim, one of the top women's wrestlers, I definitely would like to see her go to AEW to boost her that roster. Eva Marie. It's Eva Marie. Harry Smith.
Whoa, Eva Marie, the Bay Area's own.
Yeah, maybe we'll see her at a West Coast Bro show soon.
You never know.
BFAB. So the one part of Hit Row is open for business. Obviously, they will be available in a week or two because they got released right after. So maybe Hit Row reunion coming soon.
I need to get BFAB on this show. We need to have some discussions.
We got Frankie Monet. She's already teased things with AAA and Deonna Purrazzo, Ember Moon, Athena. I forget what her name is.
She's booked to face Thunder Rosa.
She is going to be facing Thunder Rosa. She's doing some Twitch stuff, so she's already kind of getting her name out there. Scarlett, her and Carrie and a joint package. They've already advertised some indie things. Oni Lorcan. Oh, snap. Look who decided to show up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bryan Tronic is in the building.
Yeah.
Bryan Tronic. So Tronic, we've already discussed the Shane McMahon stuff. We'll jump back to that so you can get your thoughts off real quick. Is that Cindy? Is that Cindy in the background? Tell her I said what's up.
Phillip says hello.
And I said hi too.
And Brandon says hi too.
Just let her know, when the baby shower comes, Brandon and I, we got a joint thing coming. We're going to get him a Bullet Cast onesie. Yes, sir.
He's going to get a Bullet Cast onesie for the baby shower, so be ready.
Yep. So the 90 days are up for the talent that was released on November 4th. Keith Lee, Karrion Kross, Scarlett Bordeaux, Frankie Monet, Nia Jax. What are your thoughts on Mia Yim, Lindsay Dorado, Grand Metalik, BFAB, Eva Marie? What are your thoughts on this, and where do you want to see these people go?
Me?
Yes, you.
So it's a little interesting. I don't know as far as where I want them to go. I was watching Mia Yim's Twitch stream last night, letting loose a bit. It was a drunk stream. She's having a little fun.
Oh, she was lit. She was Lucy with the Goosey.
She was lit.
Okay. She was Jagged Edge. Where the Bacardi at? Okay.
I think I just want them to go wherever they want to go, and hopefully wherever they go, they're used a lot more than they were before.
Absolutely. Now, we talked about Shane McMahon being gone from the company. What are your thoughts on that? Because personally, I think we all wanted to see Shane McMahon versus Triple H control of the company. Yeah, that's something we all wanted to see, and kind of have like Stephanie be like the Elizabeth role. Like, what's she gonna do? Like, kind of like with the mega powers and stuff. Does she side with her husband? Does she side with her brother? But I mean, it looks like we might get Nick Khan versus Shane McMahon at some point down the line, or does he jump ship like he did on Nitro all those years ago?
8 people have already warned AEW that I don't think they understand what they're getting into if they sign Shane. Because I think he definitely would pull the McMahon card if he was in AEW, even though it probably is not going to work at all. He'll pull it out. He'll pull that thing out.
I feel like the Shane McMahon news is still a little cloudy to me. I was confused. I didn't trust the source it came from, or the person who had the source it came from. The site.
Wade Keller went in great detail on his podcast. He has great sources.
Yeah, Wade Keller's great, right, Phillip?
I mean, I listen to Peter Rosenberg because he works there. He works in WWE. I'm going to believe him.
Listen, I'm shocked. I guess I remember hearing or reading about Shane McMahon being involved in the Men's Royal Rumble booking, but then I looked at the list of producers and what was listed. I didn't see his name. And now I'm hearing that he's gone because of his involvement in the Men's Royal Rumble match. So it's a little shocking. But hey, that just goes to show that Vince he'll even let his own kid go if he has to. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, like, we don't know what's going on with Hunter. Shane's gone. Would he get rid of Steph?
No way.
If he got rid of Steph, then this is Nick Khan. Nick Khan would run WWE.
I think Steph's really the brains.
I think Steph is more like Vince, you know.
Yeah, people have always said Stephanie's more like Vince. Like, even back when she was like a kid, and everyone was like, "Oh, Shane, you're going to take over the company one day," and Stephanie was like,
You know, she had the ruthless aggression all those years ago.
And I think Triple H, he's probably just quietly doing whatever his role is at this point. I think.
We need Hunter to do a shoot for real. Like, we need to know things. There are things I need to know from Paul Levesque. Okay. We talked the AEW rap album. Graham is featured on it. What are your thoughts?
Congratulations to Graham. I sent him a text message. I told him how proud I was of him in regards to him making the album. I know him a lot better than a lot of people. Yes. I know him a lot better. Healing. I know him a lot better than a lot of people do. So I know how much this means to him and how big this is for him to be able to have the opportunity to, just go out there and, involve his rap and wrestling. Like, that's pretty dope. So
bro,
when I saw that,
he's on a project with Bootsy Collins.
That's right.
With Bootsy Collins.
When I saw that, I'm
a Bootsy Collins mark. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I said, Graham.
I said, I'd rather be with you. Yeah. Oh man, I love it.
So does this mean we're gonna be on volume 2?
Yeah.
You never know. I think West Coast Pro should make one. Like, let get a little hyphy.
Yeah.
Because if we bring the hyphiness to AEW, they won't know what to do with it. I mean, Hobbs would know what to do, but that's about it.
That's it.
Yeah.
I am intrigued to see what they do with the Hobbs one, if they give a lot of Bay Area flavor to that one.
Yes, sir. All right, inside of the ring, Daniel Garcia, he's been making waves in the wrestling world over the last few months and late last year. He was signing with AEW, the match with Jacob Fatu at West Coast Pro. He won the Battle of Los Angeles. Well deserved. Very well deserved.
He's been all over the place.
He is. He's been tearing it up, man. Congrats. Love him. Any thoughts on him winning the Bola?
It's a big deal. Shout out. Hopefully this means, they keep always talking about him in AEW. And I think we've all kind of seen his prospects. He's still young. I think early 20s, but he's definitely one of those people that if he he's almost like Jungle Boy, give him a couple years, he can bulk up a little bit, because we have seen Jungle Boy has gotten bigger since he first came to AEW. So I think if he can, get a little bigger, get his promos and character down, Garcia can definitely be something.
Oh, that's steak and lobster from catering.
Yep.
Does Daniel Garcia, who won the last one?
I have no idea.
Let's see.
I have no idea. That's why we keep Brandon here.
This is why I'm here. You know,
he's the looker upper.
I'm just the person who has a laptop that can search things.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's all I'm here for. Is there a Wikipedia for Bola?
I would assume. I know Ricochet's won it a couple times.
Ricochet has won one. He's the one that I actually have on. Oh, that's not what I wanted.
Okay, well, Ricochet.
Give me what I want.
Name. I like that.
Yeah,
I'm not familiar with the winners.
Yeah, Bola. It's a really big deal. Like it's one of the best tournaments that like the U.S. puts on. Like it's on par with kind of like the G1.
Okay, we got it. So, because of COVID, obviously, we haven't had one since 2019, and that winner was Bandito.
Okay.
Well, who are the other winners? You just kind of go down that list real quick.
Here we go. Here's the list of winners.
There we go. Let's see.
So, the first ever winner was Chris Bosh, not to be confused with the NBA legend Chris Bosh.
Okay.
David Richards, Shima, Loki, Kenny Omega, Joey Ryan, El Generico, Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly. Ricochet was in 2014. Zack Sabre Jr., Marty Scurll, 2016. Ricochet again in 2017. Jeff Cobb, shout out, and then Bandito, and then Dana Garcia.
A couple people we've rubbed shoulders with have won this. That's great.
A star-studded list.
It is. David Richards is in the news for some other things recently. We're not gonna talk about that. Bryan, have you seen the screenshots and the gameplay for 2K22?
I'm more excited now.
Have you seen? They got like this new reversal system, okay, how do you feel about the limited reversals? I felt like it made the game more realistic to me. I like that.
I felt like the limited reversals made it just a tad bit more realistic, but the stun effect. I guess that that would make up for it. I mean, I would hope that you can't reverse or block anything while you're stunned, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, the Damian Priest model. Oh my god.
Amazing. I'm already setting up a United States title match. Priest, Rollins. The first time I play the game.
You know what? You know what? I might do Priest versus Roman. I might jump him over to SmackDown.
Right out the box.
He relinquishes the US title. Oh yeah. And then I do like a fatal 4-way, like Rollins, KO, Mysterio, and Dominic for the title. Have Dominic pin Ray to win the US title.
Big brain.
You see, hey, we gonna just start booking stuff. I already talked to Brandon about this. Next year we are booking a Royal Rumble match.
Ooh.
And it's gonna go way smoother than it did this year.
Like I picked 10, I picked 10, you picked 10, Brandon picks 10.
Oh, that's nice.
And I've already told the people we are booking an Elimination Chamber match. So you pick 2, I pick 2, Brandon picks 2.
That's what I'm talking about.
And Shane McMahon's already in. He's going to hit a coast to coast from pod to pod.
Absolutely. Shane McMahon will be in the Ultimate Elimination Chamber. Let's move on to this day in wrestling. The Mega Powers exploded on this day in 1989. Rey Mysterio made his ECW debut 26 years ago today in 1996. The XFL launched in 2001. SmackDown 2004. Too Cool wins the Tag Team Championships. Raw on this day in 2014. Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton have a match together. Marty Jannetty is 62 and Haku is 63. Any thoughts?
Is this the Bryan Orton match where Bryan gets like knocked out and Triple H wanted to stop the match and Bryan like cussed him out and was like, I'm finishing this damn match? Is that the match?
It honestly, it might be.
Because I forget when it was. Because it was like during his run.
Yeah, it was like 2013, early 2014. I have no idea.
Come on, I thought you were the historian of the business.
Well, you see, so much happened during that time. I was in high school. A lot was going on. All right, fan mail. Alfie Lewis, that Rumble was ass. Yes, it was.
Great facts.
Yes, it was.
Except for the beginning of the women's Rumble.
Oh, it should have the women's Rumble. Yes, absolutely. And I mean, Melina. Yeah. All right. And Brightest Day X.
Mr. X, congratulations. Who day?
Yes. The Rumble this year was weird. It felt like they were cashing in on the moment instead of planning for future and building up long-term stories or long-term stars. Yeah, you see, I mean, the surprises are a big part of the Rumble, sure, but the story within the Rumble itself is always a big part of it. Like, you look at last year, Edge, trying to regain the opportunity that he lost when he was the world champion. 2020, Brock going in and won as the champion, having interactions with the New Day because he took the title off of Kofi, the stuff with Dominic and Ray, Shelton Benjamin because they were college roommates, the expression when Keith Lee came out, and the McIntyre elimination that led to the title opportunity at WrestleMania. The story within the Rumble itself is what was really missing this year.
Thanks, Shane.
I mean, he wasn't a producer, so I'm gonna blame. I'm gonna blame Michael P.S.A.'s.
Even before then, like we were talking about how like there's no winners or potential winners, and that's why I said like Brock was the only real person to pick. Because
apparently Riddle's name was being thrown out there,
and even then, like there was no. They were doing things with the Alpha Academy, so it was like, how were we supposed to know Riddle was even an option?
That's true.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen, but if you kind of prepare us and give us like 5-6 different names that could happen, then I'm happy.
I noticed a lot of people were upset about the lack of, or the fact that there were no NXT in both the men and the women, and I just want to say that at first I was a little confused and
because they're all green
too. But yes, the vast majority of them are all still a little green. 1 and 2, I think it would have done them no favors either way, because we already know that no one from NXT is winning the Royal Rumble, and
Braun Breaker was going to come in there and eliminate Brock. What do you mean?
People would have been like, oh, they just put the NXT guys and made them look like chumps and blah blah blah. And
I mean, that happened 2 years ago. In 19, they had so many NXT people, and even I remember like Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne showed up, and I don't even think he did anything. That was kind of the one that stands out to me.
Mm-hmm. NXT 2.0, by the way, I still believe that they're going to take Mania weekend.
I believe it too. He also says, we've heard that the higher-ups in WWE are high on Von Wagner, who, in my opinion, has the charisma of paint drying. Paint drying is very entertaining to watch.
I know, Mr. X, that's very high praise for Von Wagner.
But new reports say that the Creed brothers are also being seen as future WrestleMania main eventers, as they should.
Mm-hmm. And Von Wagner, come on now. He got it. Listen, did anybody think Edge, when he first stepped foot in the WWE ring, did anybody think Edge was going to be a Hall of Famer and a world champion?
Yeah.
I mean, when he tagged with Sable for some random reason, I knew from the start he was going to be a star.
Dalton Sex Castle? Yeah.
No way.
Or what was his weird name on the Indies? Something Sexton.
Colin Sexton?
Something weird like that, bro.
Player. That's a basketball player.
I have no idea. That is a basketball player. All right. Am I the only one who cringes a bit watching these segments between Brandy and Dan Lambert? We'll talk about the one from Dynamite last night because I quite enjoyed it. Yeah. Then he also says reports have come out that Vince and Shane are not in a good place in their relationship after the booking fiasco Shane apparently had in mind for himself, and that this was possibly what led to him being let go. Will we ever see Shane in WWE again, or if insanity prevails, he shows up to another company? Shane will be back because there's a pop every time Here Comes the Money hits. Like you heard the pop. People were happy to see Shane. People love Shane McMahon. He'll be back.
I mean, we forget that like when he came back the first time before WrestleMania 32, they didn't have at least like a business relationship at all. He was doing his own thing, and it was forever until he came back. Luckily, I just checked. Shane's birthday is in January, so we have some time for healing if there is any real feelings towards Vince and Shane that they don't have to like interact with each other. So we, the infamous Shane McMahon happy birthday tweet for Vince will live on forever.
Absolutely. Let's go on Monday Night Raw. So the Elimination Chamber is set. The almighty Bobby Lashley, who was wearing a Ron Isley suit on Monday Night Raw, he is set to defend the WWE Championship inside of Elimination Chamber in Saudi Arabia. What's this, Blood Money in the Sand 7?
2-minute count.
I want to say it's 7. So Lashley will go up against Brock Lesnar, AJ Styles, Seth Rollins, Matt Riddle, and Austin Theory. Brock walking out with the title again? He can't keep losing. He can't. He literally can't.
He can't lose unless somebody screws him out of it again.
I mean, these past couple ones have been screwy finishes, but I'm saying like he he can't lose. Like he needs a win. He needs a big win.
I mean, he won the Fatal 5-Way.
Okay, yeah, but like he just lost again.
That's
so
true.
He like this face Brock Lesnar is great. He shows up every week, but he loses.
I do wonder what Roman's doing. Like if Roman's doing something, is he going to get involved in the match? How does we can book the Elimination Chamber and see what's going to happen. Brock could lose if like everybody teams up on him. Lashley does his spear and he puts the finish on him, and then gives a little bit of a rep to Lashley. He quote unquote legitimately beat Brock, but he didn't one-on-one beat him, so it doesn't like tarnish Brock too much. And you can go wherever you're going with Lashley, whether that's Seth Rollins or Big E, which I mean I've officially Kofi'd Big E at this point because
Big E's back on SmackDown. So
well now you've got at least two guys in this match who beat Brock Lesnar.
You know what?
A little stomp spear action.
I could see Big E challenging Roman for a quick one-off. I could see that.
And then he just loses and goes back down to tag with Kofi again.
Okay, well he's not going to beat him.
Exactly, that's my point.
Okay, all these one-offs have happened with Roman. Did we think these people were going to beat him? Did you really think Cesaro was going to beat Roman
there was
Reigns?
There was a little bit of some momentum behind Cesaro. Just a little. Not saying
I think there was a little hope for Finn Balor also.
There was some hope for Finn, but it didn't happen. Now he's jobbing on Austin Theory.
Yeah, he fell off the top rope, and then we're just not going to talk about what happened. Like someone should have gotten fired for that.
I'm sure they already have. Like when Undertaker caught on fire at that one pay-per-view. Yeah, like that person got fired, and so did the guy who messed up the ropes for Finn Balor. Yeah.
Well, usually that's supposed to be like a referee who does those things.
I haven't seen the black ref in a while.
Uh-oh. He's in WWE 2K22.
Is that Angelo Dawkins, bro? That's Angelo Dawkins, dude. That are they foreshadowing he's going to be a ref?
A little big to be a ref.
Man, for a while, WWE games like something would happen in the game, then it would happen eventually, like in WWE, like the Legacy breakup and Triple Threat at Mania. Jesus, man! But this is going to be an interesting Elimination Chamber. I'm excited. It's going to be 9 a.m. on a Saturday.
Oof! Don't know if I'm watching that live.
I'm with that.
Shout out Kevin Owens once again, not going to Saudi Arabia.
Not going to Saudi Arabia.
Respect to Kevin Owens.
Bryan, are you? I'm going to West Coast Pro because Blake Christian's going to be there.
Blake Christian is going to be there. Shout out to Leo Rush, man. I was really excited to see Leo Rush, but I'm even more excited that Blake Christian is going to be there.
You're going to be there.
Absolutely.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Brandon and we will be there.
I'm there.
Our general admission, like
West Coast.
You better buy your ticket now. It's basically gone.
I have to. Yeah, it's basically gone. It's basically like probably under 30 at this point left.
It was under 70 a couple days ago. So.
There's only 2 tickets left. We have to get them right now.
Oh my god.
That's what I'm talking about.
And then moving on, Lita challenges Becky Lynch to a match at Elimination Chamber. Yeah. Have you seen? You live in San Francisco. Have you seen Lita?
I've not. Every time I look at her Instagram and see that she's been somewhere, I'm like, damn.
Like I feel like one of these days, and I should just start taking Bart more. Like I feel like I'll run into her.
She hangs out at like the beach.
I know. She trains at Stoner U, bro, in Oakland. We out.
She hangs out where all the hippies go, which makes sense.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So, what do you think they're gonna have Lita wear, bro?
I'm not talking to Siri.
What do you think they're gonna have Lita wear?
In the match?
Yeah.
Well, at least she can wear like her extra baggy pants, and
she can wear the pants. Yeah.
It's not going to look like a complete, cover up.
She's gonna wear a shirt, long shirt.
Yeah, put her in a long sleeve. Yeah, that would work for Lita.
A long sleeve and a shirt that says Lita, like they do all of them. I'm actually surprised.
Just a black shirt.
They've got to figure something out to make it a little more stylish.
Bro,
they did do a good job last time out. It wasn't just whatever it was with like a swimsuit and then a black t-shirt with their logo plastered on it, like the Lacey Evans Natalia match.
Yeah.
Just say F it and have them wear their regular clothes, regular gear.
But then the men's heads will explode at ringside.
That's kind of the point. Yep. Let's go to AEW Dynamite. Tony Khan does not know how to book wrestling. Vince McMahon never had Punk lose in Chicago.
Hey, he had Angelo Dawkins win in Cincinnati.
Yeah, you see?
Look at that.
You see? MJF has beaten CM Punk. Pepsi Plunge came back, the Avalanche pedigree.
Big pop for that.
There was a big pop. That it hasn't been done, I think, since he was like in Ring of Honor.
Yeah, ain't no way he's doing that move in WWE.
Yeah, that was crazy. Wardlow hands MJF the Dynamite dozen ring, which leads to the beating of CM Punk. I did like how MJF wore like the Yankees. The Yankees get up the way Punk did for the match with Cena in Boston in 2012. I thought that was great. Brian, what are your thoughts?
I thought that the pinstriped gear for MJF would have hit so much better if Punk had on Chicago themed gear to go with it. That would have been nice.
He had on the doo-doo brown camo camo trunks.
Yeah, I don't like those.
Those are the straight edge society trunks.
They are.
Yeah.
They are. Punk's best match, in my opinion, in terms of all around, like what we know Punk can do, wrestling, selling, just all that good stuff.
Should this have happened on free TV?
I just don't think. How are you going to get this out till March? I think they've run their course. You have to give it on free TV.
Yeah, I think you have to, considering how they do their pay-per-views. But if this was like, WWE or something, and this should have been on pay-per-view. But yeah, they had to give it out on TV. I just wish at first I didn't like the MJF winning and then the referee reversing. I guess that's better than disqualification, right? But it was cool, man. Punk is so good still, and I can't deny that. And MJF is even better. The one thing that I just hope and wish that everyone saw Wardlow, and they saw his face, the look he had on his face after Punk had lost and MJF was sitting cross-legged in the middle of the ring right before they went off the air. And now I know you guys saw Wardlow's face. If they could just hold off on that, keep letting it build up, don't pull the trigger right away on that Wardlow babyface turn, and just give us what we want. But
where's Brandon? See where Wardlow's from.
He's from Cleveland. He had the match last week.
Oh, okay. Well, whenever they go back to Cleveland, that's when they do it.
Well, it's gonna be a while.
That'll be like 3 weeks.
Yeah, they go to the same 5 cities every time.
Like what? Does he not understand?
They're going back to Daly's place in like 3 weeks. So
for what?
Maybe once summer rolls around, they're gonna stay in the West Coast. The Young Bucks need to put their foot down and be like, look, we're done traveling across the country
We're going to Rancho Cucamonga.
Can we stay in California for like a good month? All right.
A good month and a half. Man, just run the Cow Palace for like 3 weeks in a row.
just go Cow Palace, Oracle, HP. Just do that triangle for like a month. And
Cow Palace, Oracle, SAP, go to the Chase Center. Oh man. Oh god.
Go to Sacramento if you want. We show them some love.
Yeah, we'll go to Sacramento.
Stockton.
We have to make
I don't know about Stockton.
I'm okay with Stockton after recent events. I am okay. Did you guys know my smile's back?
Look, smile is back.
Look at it.
Thank you, Rikishi. Thank you.
Yes, the quiche, the tribal cheeks.
And Tron,
yes, sir.
For filming that.
What did you say?
And Tron?
All right, bro. So Bryan Danielson, he and Mox have a promo segment. And
I missed this.
Well, Bryan was really the only one talking. He's like, it's a shame a cowboy is the champion. It's a shame a guy walking around like a dinosaur is a tag team champion. It's a shame this vlogger is the TNT champion. So Bryan basically teasing a 2-man power trip of sorts in AEW to where they work together, they hold the gold.
teasing it. I don't think it's going to happen. I think Moxley's the type of character that he can't be a tag team, but he's definitely better as a lone ranger, and especially teaming with the heel like Bryan. I think he's going to just see through him. He's going to
or use him to get to the championship and then
maybe he like strings him along a little bit, but doesn't fully commit to the pairing, and then just says screw you and hits him with the DDT, and they'll be a big pop.
Or maybe this is. I'm sorry. Maybe this is Bryan's way of reeling Moxley in and then turning his back on him. Like maybe this is a way to just ha, you thought type of moment.
Hey, you think Bryan's going to be like, you were the worst member of the Shield? That line's coming.
It's got to be something along those lines.
So we're going to get a Shield reference for sure. All right. Lance Archer and Hangman Page have a segment. Archer chokeslams Hangman onto the steel steps. Look, so next week is for the title, right?
Yep.
Dude,
Texas Death Match.
If he doesn't win, there's no point. There's no point in booking him in anything big ever again.
I don't like how there's been so many death matches and lights out matches, and I don't like that. I don't like it.
No, they have more than Ugwin. We're a deathmatch promotion.
More than GCW.
Yeah, like what are we doing?
Mm-mm.
So I heard you talked about GCW with Baby Huey on in the click.
I did. In the click.
Where's my invite?
Not my show. Not my show.
Okay, it's the beginning of the year. I'm waiting for my twice a year invite.
Just a guest. Just a guest host, co-guest
permanent host?
Yeah. Oh. I mean,
so yeah, if Lance Archer doesn't win, this is all the waste.
Lance Archer has to he can't win. It is going to be a waste because Lance Archer, he's not when he can't win. There's no way he beats Hangman. Hangman's championship reign will be a failure if he loses to Lance Archer before he loses to freaking Bryan or Mox or Cody or Cole or Kenny. Anybody? No, Archer. No. That's going to be an even worse title reign for AEW.
Yeah, this is just a little monster for a Hangman to slay, and with the MJF winning. Yes. I would assume MJF faces Hangman for the title at Revolution in whatever, a month and a half, 2 months.
You know what this is? This Archer is what Kane was to Daniel Bryan after he won the WWE title. Remember when Bryan?
Well, hopefully Hangman doesn't get a concussion and misses out for the next 10 months.
I hope not. Say hi to the people. No.
Hi, people.
Say hi. Say hello.
The people.
Say hello. Say it. It's my little cousin, guys. Say hi. Say it.
She's more nervous than Young Boy number 2.
She is more nervous. We're going to talk about Young Boy number 2 at the end of the show. Paige Van Zandt attacked Brandy Rhodes. I like this.
This was arguably the worst AEW segment of all time.
Kenny Omega wasn't in it, so this was great.
This was
fantastic.
Hot mess.
This was fantastic. I love this. Shout out to Paige Van Zandt. She can come on the show anytime. She can run down the ramp to attack anybody she wants because she's a badass.
Best Paige in wrestling.
Woo! And I'm not talking about that.
Yeah, I mean, Brandy comes out. She heels up against the crowd. The crowd's crapping all over her. Then Dan Lambert comes out. The crowd's behind him. He's more being like, I don't know if to say a baby face, but he was definitely trashing Brandy, which people want to see. And then Paige Van Zandt comes out, which, I mean, she's sort of a big star. She's no Ronda Rousey. I just feel like if you're going to use Paige, like, why can't this be Britt Baker? Like, I feel like having Paige debut as a wrestler, have a match. This should have been like the way you turn Britt Baker face, then wasted on Brandy, to be honest. But that's just me.
But Brandy. But Paige is gonna get a shot of Brandy. Get it? Because that's her show on YouTube.
And then if Brandy, I swear, if Brandy wins, it's gonna be a riot. Might ensue if Brandy wins if she beats Paige.
You act like this is ECW one night stand, bro.
I mean, people do not like Brandy.
I love Brandy. She's great.
Who's worse, Brandy or Ronda Rousey?
Promo. Ronda Rousey.
I guess executing promos. I guess I should say
Ronda Rousey.
I feel like they're the exact same character. They're just oblivious to how they come across.
Brandy's more enthusiastic about her job, at least.
I know, right?
I feel like Ronda. I know we're not talking about Ronda, but I feel like Ronda is stuck between trying to play tough girl or like she doesn't want to act too tough because she's supposed to be. I mean, I'm sorry, she doesn't want to act too happy because she's supposed to be tough. But acting tough makes her look bored, or like she don't want to be there.
Oh yeah, damn, that's a reputation.
Yeah, how do you come down with a happy song like that? That's a happy song.
You get like a death metal version. I don't give a damn, reputation. Hey, I heard a take about AC/DC that maybe Huey may never talk to me again if he hears this. So I'm going to get you guys on this opinion.
Well, if it's not your opinion, then we should be fine.
But I agree with this opinion.
Oh God.
Is that pizza? Where would you get this pizza from?
I got this from Pizza Joint.
Where's that?
It's in the avenues here in San Francisco. It's so good.
There used to be a pizza joint. I'm pretty sure it's not the same thing, but there was one right by my house on Hesperian. Oh, that was the best place of all time.
That's a nice looking slice.
And then it burnt down.
Oh God.
T's and P's.
That's a nice looking slice, buddy.
We'll have to go.
No, we gotta. I went to this deep dish place. Are you guys a fan of deep dish?
Mm-hmm.
I went to this deep dish place in Livermore. We're gonna have to go one day. This pizza was fantastic. But back to the AC/DC thing. So this person told me that AC/DC, the guy sings in the same tone all the time. They play the same 3 chords, and all their songs sound the same. It's just different lyrics. Do you guys agree?
But it's still good stuff. I did listen to their last album.
But think about it, like TNT, Dynamite, and then you think of like War Machine. Like it's the same.
Hey, if you find
Welcome to the jungle. Ain't that them?
That's Guns N' Roses.
That's Guns N' Roses.
Oh my bad.
Guns N' Roses, they have different sounds for their songs, so it's okay.
Okay, never mind. You're right. That is Guns N' Roses.
Yep.
Don't Charlie have a Guns N' Roses sweatshirt?
I'm sure he does.
Oh dang, he's one of those kids he's one of those kids that be wearing the band t-shirts, doesn't even know any of the songs.
Never mind. It's Cypress Hill. Never mind.
So you get like AC/DC to Guns N' Roses to Cypress. So that's a hell of a connection right there.
Nah, bro, it's probably a Digital Underground shirt.
My bad.
Oh God. Superstar Spotlight. Who do we got, guys?
Carmelo Hayes.
Of course. Rest in peace to all my ops.
He is like that. He is him. He said, I am him.
Man.
The A champion.
Main event Mello. Mello is money.
Not to be confused with Mella.
Rest in peace to all my ops. Let them be known. Brandon, who is your Superstar Spotlight?
I'll give it to CM Punk. I love the match. I love this match. I thought this was by far the best match CM Punk has had thus far. Seemed like he's getting the ring rust off. He's coming back. And MJF, everyone talks about how great of a heel he is and how his mic work. He's a sneaky good wrestler. Like, he's not Ric Flair in his prime, but he can definitely be there and he can be part of a really good match. So
he's not me in my prime. Yeah.
Of course not.
Or me in my prime.
You had a prime?
Absolutely. I'm still in it. As the reigning, defending.
Bro, you're like 35. No. No. Peep the music in the background.
That's my theme song.
It's always Christmas around here.
Oh,
that's my theme song.
I would hope not. That would be terrible. All right, Brandon, what is our promo pick of the week?
So our promo pick is a digital WWE exclusive. You can find us on YouTube, Twitter, all the different social media platforms. It is Ronda Rousey after her win of the Royal Rumble. Shara Schreiber interviews her, and it's just a minute of cringe awkwardness. She asks her a question, but it was a statement, and then Ronda's like, "That's not a question, that's a statement." And then Schreiber asks 4 questions in a span of a minute, and Ronda gives 4-word answers. If you thought the promo on Raw was bad, this promo was even worse, and we are in for a ride with Ronda Rousey.
Yep.
AKA Phillip didn't even watch it.
Oh no, I saw it. I have nothing nice.
I perfectly described it.
I have nothing nice to say about it. Bryan, what's our match pick of the week?
The Rock versus The Undertaker. No Way Out. 2002. Only reason I picked it is because I literally like woke up in the middle of the night and it was on my phone. You know how you go through, like, I have autoplay on my YouTube, so it was like playing over like different stuff, and I woke up and this match was on. So
it's destiny.
Yeah, you know, I figured No Way Out, kind of in February event chamber.
Yeah.
You know, why not?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, No Way Out would be like a good. I know they like to do their
names.
Like no Way Out, not for Saudi Arabia, but I was going for like Elimination Chamber. You're gonna have, you know,
No Way Out in Saudi Arabia.
No way. That way.
Why would you say that?
Yeah, well, you know, it's a February event.
No. Why would you say something like that?
You know,
Jesus.
if the shoe fits.
God, whoa, my! If the head gets chopped off, Jesus Christ! Oh man! Oh God! Well, before we get out of here, we have to talk about this. If I could be serious for a moment, take the glasses off so you know I'm serious.
In this audio platform.
Yes, absolutely. Oh my God, that's a lot of chips. Might have to take some of those. Monday is the 5-year anniversary of this show. Yeah, fire. Yep, do it. Oh, shucky ducky quack quack player.
Shucky ducky
quack quack. Yes, sir. In there like rice-a-roni. But I want to say thank you. I have a list. I have a list of thank yous. Are you guys ready for this list of thank yous? So, first up in Brightest Day X, Mr. X. Thank you for all the graphic designs, all the work, man, all the work. You know, the Bulletcast logos that we've had, the NXT 2.0 logo, the Bob Ross thing, and the Bullet Bloodline, which is my favorite thing that's ever been made for the show. I appreciate you, man. You're a future Hall of Famer when we have one of those things here.
Who day?
Yes, Baby Huey for coming on the show. You know, being a guest. You know, just giving me a lot of great advice about podcasting. Shout out. Mike Miller for hooking it up with the big names, with the Hall of Famers. We appreciate you. Crystal, who is the female voice at the end of the show. You know, when it says you've listened to the Bulletcast, thank you for listening. Shout out to her. Paul Playley, he did some Bulletcast artwork for us back in the day. That was a Kenny Omega logo. Valerie, she designed the original Bulletcast artwork. You know, shout out to her. West Coast Design, the Bulletcast championships, both of them, they look beautiful. And we got something new debuting at West Coast Pro next week, so stay tuned for that. Yes, sir. Jacob Shaw from the band Painless, he gave us our first real theme song that we didn't have to take from anybody. It was ours. I paid money for it, and it was nice that we had like that rock feel for a little bit. And then Montese, he's given us 2 theme songs last year, and shout out to him. You know, he does the theme song for Sammy Guevara. He works with Swerve Scott. And then as far as like the people who have been on the show over the years, I got to thank Sean and AJ. You know, they were on the first episode of the BC all those years ago. Flo and Carlos, some good brothers of mine. They've been on the show countless times. Carlos, a former Bulletcast champion. The other guy, Mitchell, that was how long was he? He was here for like 6 months, right, Brandon?
He had a good run. He you know, showed up in the territory and left. He did his job.
Yeah, he was here for like 5 or 6 months. Shout out to Mitchell, another former champion. Young Boy number 2. That is one of our favorite episodes that we've ever done. Oh my God, it's priceless. It's priceless. I put that audio on the Bulletcast Instagram. Go check that out. All the fan mail writers, you know, and Brightest Day X, Copenhagen, Hootie Hoo 420, and Backwoods 420, Alfie Lewis, Jack of all trades, Nigerian Prince, all you guys. Thank you so much. That means the world to me. And every interview guest that we've ever had. Kishi DiBiase.
All of them?
Kelly.
Even the ones in the very beginning?
We can omit some. Yes.
Okay.
But no, seriously, thank you though for taking the time to let me interview you to get your kind of your journey and your life story on this platform. It means the world to me, especially all the guys out here in the Bay Area scene who have helped me out with content and stuff like that, just trying to get their names out there. That means the world to me. Anybody I've ever collaborated with in this podcast journey, Public Enemies, Dirty Heels, in the Click, the Wrestling War Room, stuff like that. Thank you. And I got to thank Brandon. He's been the ride or die. He's been my day one-ish. Yes, sir.
Oh, day two.
I mean, but really, I've known you since before the podcast. So you're my day one.
Okay, got it.
Hey, you're my one of my. Throw the one in the air. You're one of my ones. And Bryan Tronic.
Yes.
Oh,
I knew it was coming.
Oh, the things I can actually say. We don't have time for
the undisputed Bullet Cast.
Okay, bro.
It's an.
If I can be serious for a second.
And Cindy, don't forget about Cindy.
Yes, Cindy. She was on the show too. We got to thank Cindy for Into the Stratosphere.
Cindy G.
I was talking Bryan.
But Bryan, Cindy, of course. I mean, that's my favorite.
Oh yeah,
Cindy
C.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
No, but seriously, Bryan, the Tronic era is my favorite era of the show.
Yes.
There's a vibe here. We play off each other very well. It's entertaining. And shout out strictly for the culture, man. He's been very instrumental in this current incarnation of the BC and the Podcasto character and the era that we're currently living in. Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the stuff. I got the calendar. I got the postcards. You're a real one, G. We're gonna have to kick it if you can ever come down to the States, or hey, maybe the three of us take a trip up to the Great White North, since I am one of Canada's favorite honorary sons, and we can see what's to that.
I'm allowed up there.
I'll make it. I'll talk to Drake. I'll make an exception.
Shout out Drake. He's been just playing video roulette for like the past month.
I bet he has. Seriously, guys, thank you so much. 5 years. That's an incredible accomplishment. We're not done yet. We're not done yet. This is 261. We have so many more to go. More interviews are coming. Bigger things are going to be coming for the BC. You can bet your ass on it. Stay clean, stay strong, stay safe. Get vaxxed and waxed. Get boosted and what rhymes with boosted, guys?
Zooted.
Get boosted and zooted. There we go. We'll talk to you guys next time. Have a great day, everybody.
Time and everything that we did. Listen to the senators connecting it, moving on everything that's pronouncing it. Everything we did in the time now with the testament. Here is the feeling when we live on the stage, and everything we do turning the page. Nobody doesn't like us. The feeling when we move, we are excited. Elite podcasting. I know you like it. Yeah, the Bullet Cast, fearless. The Bullet Cast, fearless. The Bullet Cast, fearless. Elite podcasting.
This has been the Bulletcast. Thank you for listening.
Bullet Cast now.